Hello lovely people, if you watch very well, you will see this picture attached to this video flying all over in the internet today of a nun having a crozier in her hands. And many people have been asking if the Catholic Church has started ordaining women priests or bishops. Now, I'm here to clarify this notion with this little explanation. You see this nun having this crozier in her hands. She is known as Mother Mary Bride Njoko OSB. That is, she is from the Benedictine Monastery in Omahia, Nigeria. And now, why is she having this crozier in her hands? Let's start from the word abbess. This nun has been elevated to the level of an abbess. And who is an abbess? The word abbess came from the Latin word abbatissa, which means a woman abbot. Okay, a woman abbot, because in the male monastery we have who we call the abbot. This abbot is the spiritual leader of that particular monastery for the men. And now for the women, where the nuns are gathered, that community or that monastery where the women or the nuns are gathered, we have who we call the abbess. This is the female leader of that particular monastery. She sees the affair, that is the spiritual affair and the physical affair of that particular monastery. And now, how do we elevate someone to this level of an abbess? Okay, you know, in a particular monastery or religious order, we always have what we call chapter, and during this chapter will elect someone who will be elevated to this level of being an abbess. And now, during the gathering of the nuns or of the monks, okay, they select someone who will lead them, who will be their leader in that particular monastery. That is how this abbess is being elected. Okay, when they elect this abbess, now they move further in informing the bishop of that particular diocese or the archbishop of that particular archdiocese, okay, about the election. Now it is now with the bishop that they will put the date of installation. Now let's go into the installation proper. During the installation of this abbess, the bishop who is presiding the mass will have to impose his hands on this abbess, a sign of spiritual transmission, okay, where he will invoke the Holy Spirit to overshadow this nun for her specific role in the monastery. That is a prayer of invocation, okay, where the Holy Spirit will take control of the affairs of this particular monastery through this abbess that is being selected or elected. After this, a crozier is given to this abbess. That is, a crozier is that staff that the bishop uses, which you are seeing now on this screen. Okay, that is a staff that it will be given to her only for spiritual functions. How? A crozier is known for its practical function, that is to give support to the bishop when working. Okay, they use it for support when working. Secondly, it is for spiritual purposes, whereby the bishop, because on the head of that crozier we have a hook, okay, that is a shepherd hook, where the bishop as a pastor, okay, uses this hook to draw back its flock, anyone that is going astray in his diocese or jurisdiction. This is the same way with the monastery, where the abbess is given, abbess or abbot is given this crozier only to draw back the nuns or the monks that are going astray, just to call to their consciousness of this particular vocation they have to be in the monastery and to answer monk or to answer nuns for the women. Now with this crozier, they draw you back to what you're supposed to know when you are going astray. That is why an abbess is being given a crozier. And now it depends on the particular religious community or monastery, okay, because it varies. Now, during the installation like this, an abbess might be given a ring, okay, a ring, just to show her commitment and marriage to Christ, During the installation like this, apart from the Crozier, an abbess might be given a ring just to show her commitment to that particular function of her in that monastery. Okay, this is a marriage that you have married Christ through this vocation and also through this call to be a spiritual leader in this particular monastery. Therefore, you need to remain faithful. Therefore, the ring here symbolizes fidelity of this particular abbess with the community and with Christ in particular. Now, apart from this, a veil might be given to this abbess. When this veil is given to her, it shows her sign of commitment and also consecration to this life and to this call to be a nun and to be a mother in this particular monastery. Apart from the Crozier and this veil, and the ring, there is also a mitre. It depends on the particular monastery. A mitre, that is a ceremonial headdress, might be given to this abbess. It's not a matter of making her a bishop, rather it's a way of showing her spiritual commitment. Okay, that headdress is a spiritual authority of this particular abbess in that community, because she has the duty to lead the spiritual and also the other affairs of that community in general. And now, apart from this particular mitre, there is another thing we can give to the abbess or the abbot. That is the book of the rule of life. In every community, there is a book, okay, where we call the rules or the rule of life or the any other thing. It depends on how you call it, but generally it is known as the rule of life. This is where the rules and regulations of that particular monastery is being stipulated. Okay, everything is written there, how they should comport themselves and also how they should live their life as both fraternal love and everything as a community, how they should pilot their affairs is written in that particular book. Then this book is handed over to this abbess during installation to show her authority, to be a teacher, to be a model. Okay, she will be the one to direct now the affairs of this particular monastery, teaching and directing other nuns on how to lead their lives and also how to comport themselves. So this ceremony or during the installation is not to create a bishop or a woman bishop. Rather, the Catholic Church gives this as a privilege. Okay, since in this monastery there are women only, and the other one they are men. For the monks, for the nuns, they are women. For the monks, they are men. Okay, there must be someone who should be there to address or to lead them and also to direct them, even to govern them. Okay, that is why we select either the abbot for the men and then the abbess for the women. And then all these things you are seeing they are having, both the Crozier, the mitre, the ring, all those things are just to show their spiritual significance. Okay, the spiritual significance of that particular leadership that they have assumed in that monastery. It's not a matter of creating a female bishop or a female priest. So if you see this video or this picture flying in the internet, it doesn't mean that the Catholic Church have started ordaining women bishops. No, rather these are those who call the abbess, or you see the men handling it, but they are not bishop of a particular diocese or anything. They are what? Abbots, because they are leaders in their monasteries. Try to share this video. Make sure it reaches to your friends and well wishers in order to educate them on what the Catholic Church teaches. Thanks and God bless you.